Good morning.
What is up, folks? We got a couple here. One of these is from a guy from last week that he lied to the judge and said that he walked to court. So he got a contempt charge for lying to the judge. Another one can't remember. Let's just watch it and see how it goes. Y'all enjoy it.
Mr. Drew, you're here because you've been added on the docket to see if we can resolve your pending cases. I'm going to appoint the public defender's office to represent you and ask that you listen to Mr. McDaniel, sir.
Your Honor, Mr. Drew's got a charge of no vehicle registration in case number 22474 CT. He's also been charged by the court for contempt of court. And at this point in time, I spoke to Mr. Drew, and he is asking the court to consider putting a bond on, placing a bond on the contempt of court and come back and trying to fight the case, I guess, Your Honor. I'm not sure what all's going on with it, Mr. Drew. You know, I guess.
Judge, may I talk, sir?
You can, but be careful what you say because we're being recorded. I don't want you to say anything to hurt yourself, Mr. Drew.
Yes, sir. Judge, for the failure to appear that's there, if the court would check the property records, they'll see that I haven't owned that property for over a year, sir. So the summons that you sent there, I never received, sir. And the court date that I did get for the original tickets, I called Miss Kira because the ticket, I guess the tickets on the back say you got to call within 2 weeks or after 2 weeks or something like that. And then she gave me the court date for the first time where you fined me $300. And I understand that an estranged girlfriend called and said I had drove up there. And I did not intend to tell a lie when I said I walked from Daphne Bottom because it was a two-part thing where I had walked from one point to another to get in the vehicle because I was late. I did drive up there, sir, only because I was late. I asked, I'm going to lose my job. I don't know. I came to pay the $300, you know, on the day on the court dates that you did set, and they wouldn't take the money. And so I knew that to come the 4th, so I came. So I did not intentionally fail to appear anything. If I had got the notice, I would have came. And the reason I know about that is because somebody in court told me that you called my name in court. And then I called your secretary and she said that that you had sent a summons. And I told her I didn't live at that address anymore, sir. And okay. I don't want to lose my job.
What y'all think? Y'all think he's lying? he because first off, the way he made it sound like he walked all the way to court, but apparently there's more to the story.
Almost a year, sir.
Okay, so here's what I'm going to do. I'm not going to grant any kind of bond today based on the failure to appear. Mr. McDaniel, I'm not necessarily opposed to that. I would only consider it if you verify the employment yourself, Mr. McDaniel, or law enforcement verifies it. Because frankly, Mr. Drew doesn't have a lot of credibility at this point based upon his version of what happened with the Daphne Bottom walking. It just doesn't make a whole lot of sense to me. It appears he's being less than truthful, so I'm not going to assume he's telling the truth about his employment. What I am willing to do, Mr. McDaniel, is in the meantime, go ahead and set this matter for a hearing on the contempt matter. Mr. McDaniel, I don't want him sitting there for a long period of time without a bond. When would you like this set for a hearing? Mr. Gill, I obviously want to give the state time to be prepared. This is a case where my understanding is there's a video of him saying whatever he said, that he had to walk from Daphne Bottom. That's why he was late for court. And then there's supposedly another video of him getting out of the car for court that day, arriving and departing in a vehicle, Judge, which would be contrary to what he told me. So, sure.
Good. Your Honor, Mr. Drew just indicated to me that at this point in time, he wishes to go ahead and resolve these matters. He doesn't wish to go forward with the cases. And with that understanding that he's going to enter a plea of no contest in motor vehicle registration, he'll be sentenced to 60 days in the county jail with public works, and on contempt of court, he'll be sentenced to 90 days in the county jail to run concurrent with his no motor vehicle registration. And he'll also get public works in that. They'll run concurrently, and I don't know what fine Your Honor is going to set on those cases.
Judge, let me also say that I apologize for for,
I-
sir. I meant no disrespect, or I meant not to lie, sir. I just,
Mr. Drew, I appreciate that. Mr. Gill, I didn't realize I had offered him more on the contempt than the underlying charge maximum that Mr. McDaniel just pointed out. So my intent was to offer him the same thing. So any objection to 60 days on everything?
No, Your Honor, 6 days is fine.
Mr. McDaniel, that was my mistake. I wouldn't offer somebody more than what the original charge carried. 60 days is the maximum on the underlying charge. So I'm not going to post any court costs or fines with giving this sentence.
Since when does the judge offer somebody something? When does the judge start doing the prosecutor's job? That makes absolutely no sense to me. That's just crazy on so many levels. Talking about he was gonna offer it to him. That I don't know, y'all. Something's up with that. Y'all tell me what y'all think down there in the comment section, cause I ain't never heard nothing like that.
Want to waive everything. You got a jail sentence. You just get it done and move on with your life. Mr. Drew, is that the plea you would like to enter?
yes, sir. Does that make me can I work outside, sir?
I am going to recommend you for trustee program. Now, you get the same gain time whether the jail places you outside or inside. That's up to them. But you're going to get the same gain time as if you're in the program. That doesn't matter. Where they place you is entirely up to the jail. But if you have a pending charge, you can't work outside the jail. You don't have any pending charges I know about.
No,
So,
sir.
Mr. Drew, what I'm going to do is I'm going to accept your plea of no contest. Actually, it's a modification. So we're going to modify the sentence on the motor vehicle registration to 60 days in jail, adjudicate
It wasn't
guilty,
paid.
waive court costs and fines. You didn't pay that. We stopped you before you paid that, correct?
I don't know if somebody else already paid it or not, Judge.
I don't want you to pay it. That's what I'm trying to make sure. I'm not going to impose a jail sentence and a fine. So I'm going to waive no court costs and fines. I'm going to waive them. And in the contempt of court, it's going to be 60 days concurrent for a total of 60 days. Total credit again, Mr. McDaniel, was how much?
6 days jail credit.
6 days jail credit, no court costs and fines on contempt, recommended for public works program on both sentences. That means you have 55 days at most. Hopefully you're going to get in that trustee program and get that number down to about half that. Mr. Drew, no probation, no fines. You get this done, you move on with your life. Mr. Drew, any questions, sir?
No, sir.
All right,
Again,
Mr. Drew, I wish you the
apologize.
best, sir. I wish you the best. Thank you, sir. Hope you have a good day. After Mr. Drew, we have Katrina Sides. Hers is a
Y'all, I set up my shortcut buttons on this thing, but I ain't using them. I just don't feel like it at night. And I'm kind of in the dark because it's dark. I was going to do this today, but I had so much other stuff going on, and I didn't get much sleep last night because before I went to bed, I went to get up, go get me something to drink, and there was baby spiders at the foot of my bed running from my bed to my door. And I'm going to tell y'all something. I keep a spray bottle of soap and water for mosquitoes outside because there's so many around here. You know, when they start landing on you, start spraying when they fall, and it's over with for them. So I sprayed all of them best I could, and I think I got 99% of them, but I just could not bring myself to sleep in my bed because I did not know what kind of spiders they was. So I went and slept in my truck. So needless to say, I didn't get very good sleep. But anyway, I can't remember exactly what this case was about, but it was hilarious. Maybe not hilarious. It was funny. But I'll let y'all watch it and y'all decide. But I kept it for some reason, didn't I? Anyway, let's do it.
More Sparks.
Mr. Sparks, you weren't just walking just now when I just brought you in, but you're walking now.
No, because she's in the car doing something loud, and I was trying to, separate myself from that.
Oh, okay. Well, that was a good idea. But so can you get stationary for me?
What was that? I couldn't hear you.
I said that was a good idea, but can you are you somewhere where you can sit down for a minute? Or be
I don't,
stationary, at least be stationary. Can you be stationary?
I'm about to walk into the McDonald's right here.
Oh, okay,
Yeah, I can place I can take the.
okay. While you do that, I'll pull up your ROA.
Hello.
This is Sparks.
Hello.
Hold on, Mr. Sparks, please. Okay, what did I do with the other ones? Okay, let me go back in my email.
Mr. Sparks, can you face the window? The sun right behind you is, okay, that might be okay.
All right, let's see.
Okay.
Sparks. All right, here we go. Okay, so today's a day set for review with respect to Mr. Sparks. And I placed Mr. Sparks on probation on, looks like July 14th, 2021. And he had to pay the $980. However, I'm gonna say that I overcharged him. I could tell, because didn't we determine that this was a $100 misdemeanor?
Yes, that's actually,
So
yeah.
his fine is I fined him too much. So we're gonna remove according to the register. Of course, I'm only looking at the register of action, which could be incomplete, but his fine is only $100. So his fine will go down to $100. And then I'm going to remove some of his oversight fees as well. But let me just see what else he had to do. It looks like he came to me on January the 10th and I held a review. I don't know what else I ordered him to do. Ms. Muldrow, did I order him to do anything else?
I'm gonna pour his towel right quick.
Okay.
Okay. Mr. Sparks was ordered to attend and complete driver's improvement program, submit to random drug urinalysis, discontinue testing at the 3 negative, obtain and maintain employment and pay all outstanding tickets with 36 district court and other jurisdictions.
Okay, so all right, and okay, so let me look at his balance. Whoops. Mhm. Okay, so it looks like you haven't made any payment, maybe $100.
Yes.
All right, so $100, and then, but let's go with this. So originally you were fine, your balance, your total was $980. I'm gonna subtract $220 from that. That leaves $760, and then I'm gonna subtract, when did he go into warrant status? Has he ever reported to probation? Have you ever reported to probation?
Yes.
Okay. Okay, here we go. Let's see. So he had a review in January. If I put him on in, well, this is what I'll do. I'm just going to remove half of the, at least half of the report, probation report. So that'll be minus 210. So he would owe 550 and then he paid 100. So adjust his payment, it would be 550. That's removing half of the probation reporting fees and reducing his fine to $100. That will put 550 and then he paid 100. So that means he would have a balance of 450. And I don't think he was testing anyway, but I'm going to discontinue the testing. So all you have to do, testing discontinued. He got sentenced before the law changed. So all you have to do is pay the 450 and do the driver's improvement. Where did you go? Did you do the driver's improvement? You did? Okay. So we will confirm that. Then how long do you need to make the payment, or do you want me to change it to community service?
Does
The
he's the
payment
Mr.
is 450.
Sparks?
Oh, he
Can we
can't hear
set
us.
it?
That's why he keep moving his thing.
Yeah.
Yes, Ms. Stevenson?
Can we set it in January, Judge? Mr. Sparks definitely wants to try to pay it rather than doing community service.
Okay.
Because he needs to try to keep working. And that would, if he can't get it done, that's still going to give us enough time for me to ask you for community service before you
Okay,
run
well then
out.
let's set it for that. You want to set it for the January the 10th at 1:30 date?
Yes, please, Your Honor.
Okay. January 10th, 23 at 1:30. So I'll leave the money there. And you could try to pay it by January 10th, and then we'll confirm that you did the driver's improvement program, okay?
Okay.
All right. And then if you still can't pay it, we'll convert it to community service.
All right.
All right. Okay, then you're all set, Mr. Sparks. You have a great day and stay safe.
Okay, you too.
Okay, thank you.
Yep.
All right, y'all, appreciate y'all watching. We will see y'all next time.